The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
One of these players is about to fight for the title of PPL2023 Silver Champion, or join in that fight. Will it be the 10 seed TetrisAttakr or the 11 seed OctoOil? Welcome, puzzlers. This is your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2023. And here to help me bring you a great silver bracket match that will hopefully be as good as the last one we saw yesterday. It is our PPL 2020 champion, Tayman.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's good to be part of the tournament in a less salty, participatory way.
Indeed, we even with the lack of a microphone from you yesterday, we could definitely see how the game treated you. So we certainly feel that. We certainly feel it. But yeah, we've got quite interesting backgrounds for these two to come into this match with. Tay. I mean, TetrisAttakr has been doing this for quite a few years and has experienced some success, but has slipped off in recent tournaments. But OctoOil jumped into this last year, had a bit of a rough go at it, but I believe she said she enjoyed the experience afterwards, and she has made bigger and bigger strides going into this one.
Yeah, for sure. TA is a staple of the community, high-skilled player, but maybe a bit of a glass cannon, and unfortunately has some hand issues, which can sometimes impede his play. So, but in terms of the fundamentals and the board vision, like, he definitely has the potential to pop off at any given moment. And for Octo, yeah, like, really seems to have developed a passion for the game. If the recent improvement is to be believed, and she was fighting for that final spot in the gold bracket, and you know, given the caliber of players, like the top tier, like in mid-tier players nowadays, like just even being on that bubble is very impressive. So no surprise that they're at the top of the silver bracket here.
And just to make it appear even closer than maybe it might be on paper, both TA and Oil actually got the exact same V hard time in qualifying. We're not playing V hard today, but that might go to show just where these players are at right now. But yeah, we will see what kinds of impacts those differences will have on what we will see in this match in just a little bit. But first, if you're tuning into this game for the first time and you're not exactly sure how it all works, allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game works and how we are playing it in this tournament. Pokemon Puzzle League is a Match 3 puzzle game released for the Nintendo 64 in September 2000 in North America and March 2001 in Europe. It has been re-released multiple times via the Wii Virtual Console in May 2008 and the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack in July 2022. It is a Match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V-hard and S-hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. This is our silver bracket, the consolation bracket for those that could not make the top 8 in qualifying to compete for the title of PPL2023 Champion, but we do have a PPL2023 Silver Champion on the line, and these two in this upcoming match will be fighting for the second spot in our final match for that title, which will be in V-hard only, a best of 5 match in there. But for now, we're playing out a best of 5 match in the easy, normal, and hard levels. And for those of you that are not familiar with the tournament, the popcorn level pick is simply this. The players have agreed to one of the 3 game levels to start with, and then the loser of the first race will pick one of the other levels, and then we'll just keep going until we play through all the levels, and then we could possibly, double, maybe triple up on one of the levels before the match winner is determined. And that level picking strategy has always been a big part of this format since we put it in place. And after these festivities are all said and done, the winner of the silver bracket, and only the winner of the silver bracket, will get a guaranteed part of our crowd-funded prize pool. So that our prize pool currently sits at $189.67 out of our goal of $500. We're paying out the top 4 in our gold bracket currently, but if we reach our goal, then we will pay out the top 8, and you can see the payouts on screen already. Like, first place in the gold bracket is going to get a pretty good payday, but silver bracket's not going to get a tiny amount just for playing either. And yes, if you throw in your spare change through tips or Twitch bits, or maybe you've got a spare Twitch Prime subscription laying around, you can throw that our way at the Puzzle Speedrun Twitch channel, and you can get a little notification like Tay-Man just got for that $5 tip. Appreciate that, Tay.
Yeah, it's easier when at least 50 cents of that is going to be coming back to me.
I mean that's certainly possible for a 4th place result in the gold bracket. Maybe we can get a little bit better than that. How does that sound? In any case, every penny that goes into this pool will go back to the players at the end of this tournament. So if you want to support the tournament, then by all means, spare what you are able. If you missed out on this tournament, though, we do have a couple other tournaments that are about to get going. If you are watching live, signups for the marathon side tournament will end on Wednesday, so there's not a lot of time left to consider whether to play in that one. But these races go very fast, 3 to 5 minutes every single time, trying to get to 100,000 points as fast as possible. I believe. Did you play in the last one, Tay-Man? I forget.
Yeah, I was in the one last year. Not a huge turnout, unfortunately, so it ended up coming down to me and Yoshi, and we all know how that's gonna go to the extent where I think you just toss me 20 pity dollars because who's beating Yoshi in that to really fight for second place. But if FFR and Yoshi get into that stage clear tournament, or spa service as it's known in this game, that's gonna be really exciting to watch.
Oh yeah, the side tournaments are just a lot of fun to have one single day jamboree of these other modes that we play. It's not just one player stadium around here. That's how we started, but we enjoy these other modes of play too, and they bring different skill sets to the table. So if you think you have what it takes to have a good time in these other modes, then by all means come to our Discord, come sign up on start.gg. But before that, Tay, we've got another match in the silver bracket to get to, and if yesterday's play was any indication, we might be in for a real barn burner in this one.
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch much of the game yesterday, but it came down to the wire. I heard like Razorflame made a strong push, and we just really have a lot of equally skilled players down here in the silver bracket, and we're gonna talk about why TA and Octo is going to be such a close match. But like, we're here for the excitement, we're here for the salt, we're here for the blocks, and we're just all here to get mad together.
Indeed, and the winner of this match will have an opportunity to get mad alongside Fate7799 at VHard in the final match. But looking at the times that we could be seeing in these first races, Tay, I know Oil came a long way from her performance last year to really improve her times. She's working with like 7-minute easy runs, 11-minute normal runs, 10-minute hard runs. In fact, it was actually Oil who had the faster hard time in qualifying between these two, 10:11 to TA's 10:19. So this one could go either way. Tay, how do you expect this match to go?
Yeah, when you're putting up times like in the low 7s and in the 10s in hard mode, I think that indicates that you have the skill to put up even better times. It's just a matter of the consistency. And I think Octo is going to make a strong push here. I think she's going to take it to 5 against TA, but ultimately that experience that TA has, and I think he's going to shake off the rust today. I think TA is going to take it in 5 games, but it's gonna come down to a minute-long Gary battle on hard mode in Game 5.
For sure, that is definitely a real possibility. I think TA's higher ceiling in these modes overall will merit him the victory. I think it's going to go 4 games. I think Oil could snipe a hard race off of him, but if Twitch chat is any indication, they might be agreeing with you, Tay. Looking at our live Twitch chat prediction of how many races Oil will win in this match, the most points are going to Oil winning 2 races with a nice percentage for her to pull off this upset. So we've got a lot of confidence in Oil to make a lot of noise in this match. But will this newcomer be able to knock down a player that has been a mainstay of our tournaments for several years? Let's find out in just a little bit with this second silver bracket semifinals match between the 10 seed TetrisAttakr and the 11 seed OctoOil, and that is going to start right now.
Right now.
Oh, that is great. So, as has been the norm throughout these early tournament matches, the players have decided on the normal level to
What are you
start
doing,
off
TA?
with.
What was that lag chain? Incredible.
Oh boy, he's certainly trying to get some sort of game on.
Or maybe a bit,
boy.
maybe a bit too much against that Sabrina. Yeah, 6 and I started out on normal yesterday. I think players just really dislike normal mode. As we've talked about, it combines the worst aspects of easy mode and hard mode. You know, the extended stop time of easy mode combined with the higher skill, the faster cursor speed of the opponent. So, you know, sometimes you'll just top off people normal and they'll die in 10 seconds, or it'll just find a clear and then like chain for 30 seconds on you. So a lot of players are just like, you know what, let's just bite the bullet and get this out of the way.
Yeah, normal mode is a weird in between, as in contrast to easy and hard. Easy has 11 stages and plays painfully slow, whereas hard has 15 stages and has some aggravating moments towards the very end. Normal has the same slowness at times as far as I feel it, but it also has some of the frustrations that can come up at the very end of this mode. So across these 14 stages, we'll see who is able to keep their cool the most as we start this game 1. And you will see that the first opponent, Gary here, does not want to raise his stack at the very beginning, so gonna have to make something happen here, make some bigger chains, which OctoOil has definitely taken to heart, and she's really gotten on board with the double 4 combo strats that are a cornerstone of our community, Tay.
Yeah, we've talked about how the double 4 combos have varying levels of importance in the easier difficulty. I mean, they're mandatory in V hard and S hard for sure, but in normal mode, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but if you don't send it, but it's just a higher chance of the small garbage blocks disconnecting and have a better chance of catching the opponent out of position. So I say, like, if it takes you an extra second, half second to get that double 4 set up, and oh yeah, that would have been bad for TA. See, there's no separation there. Brock had a clear right on top and just missed it. Luckily for TA, but you just give yourself better odds if you're able to get the double 4 set up.
Yeah, again, it is that garbage separation where you are looking for, and that works because the garbage you make from a leading combo will actually fall on your opponent first. Ooh, that 9 combo from TetrisAttakr, showing off a bit more of the swag. You love to see that. And that is going to allow him to extend this lead early on against our 11 seed, who just got a little garbage clear, wasted a little bit of time. But you know what? Times around 15 seconds are definitely fine. They're just fine.
Yeah, so TA going for the 5 combo there. He might be going for like a more combo heavy approach. Because if all combo blocks, what are you doing, Surge? If all combo blocks fall on the AI, there's that minimal screen shake. There's like basically no screen shake if just combos fall. So it's like it's possible that's what TA is going for, but you know, I think we both agree that TA has the edge here, and when you have the edge, you typically don't want to go for the more aggressive strategies. I'd say, like take like an extra second or two to get the double 4s set up. You know, I've talked about how like you want to avoid the bad stages to have consistent runs, and giving the AI an opportunity to clear the garbage, like is or if they do clear the garbage, that is what gives you the long bad stages.
Right. There's something to be said for trying to send these attacks sooner, but there's a significant timing aspect to it. Okay, these foes are really not playing super nice at the moment. We saw 2 Lieutenant Surges get garbage clears, wasting a lot of time. And that's going to be the biggest time sink in this run. Every garbage clear that these opponents get will only serve to waste time.
Ooh, this might be this. Ooh. I think that's all combos on TA side. That's gonna be
Ooh, that barely got there. As someone who has dabbled more than a little bit in combos only, for these categories. I do not recommend actually trying to beat these combos only, because your number one priority is to top out the opponent with your combo and chain attacks, and if you fall short on that, you're just going to be giving the opponent more and more opportunities to counter your attack, and just be able to like counter directly against the attack instead of just making random matches.
Sabrina? Oh, what is this stop time? Oh my... Oh.
Normal mode does play at speed level 2 out of 10, so it's still a really slow level.
I think it's because you look at it and there's like a ratio of stop time to cursor speed that you expect in these difficulties, and like the ratio of stop time to cursor speed in normal mode, like they're moving their cursors faster, so you expect the stop time to be less, and it just isn't. It's way more than you expect.
It's especially it especially could be a rude awakening if you transition from TetrisAttakr, whereas in that game the versus speed of easy is the same as in this. Like, this is just a generally slower speed run overall, and it's proven to be a bit frustrating for some of our players to play.
Tracy?
Tracy! That is very rude.
Oh, okay, that's good. Octo is looking for the clear. Doesn't do the pillar drop for the clears. Instead, Tracy gets greedy for the 4s. And that's going to keep Octo in the game here. Just a few seconds behind TA.
Yeah, I couldn't see what the exact stream delay was between the two, but there's a bad Bruno looming at the end that could potentially make this match incredibly close. I do see Oil is trying for the bigger chains. If you're not so confident with the combos, then certainly make the bigger chains, and that is keeping her time steady. But TA has been able to make the quicker attacks work so far, Tay.
Yeah, TA has been banking on those TetrisAttakr strategies where no matter what mode you're in, you really just want to combo blitz the opponent as fast as possible. Like, and honestly, like that can work in these easier difficulties. Like, this would not be a good strategy in V hard, or it'd work at the beginning of V hard, but definitely in S hard you would not want to be doing this. But it's been working for him, and you know, like, maybe if that's your comfort zone and doing the double 4s isn't mandatory, like why not? And it looks like Octo is finally getting a trolley stage here, and this might be it, barring any last minute trolling by the Elite Four here.
I mean, it's possible, and looks like TA is a fan of Dolly Parton, because he did like the 9 combo into the 5 combo. the 9 to 5 for our 10 seed.
Right,
that's just silly.
I'm never doing commentary ever again.
Oh. I make no apologies for my referential humor. It's about the only way I can function.
that was good. Alright, what are you doing?
Come
How do you have time for that?
Richie, what are we doing?
Please.
Just the stop time from combos and chains, like, it looks like Richie made a 3 chain, and that seemed to give a lot of time to be able to respond.
Lorelai, Richie, what? How do you, what? I wish I had just this much time to do tasks in my daily life.
Oh man, and with that, TetrisAttakr is on to the final stage of normal mode. Trying to arrange an 8 combo to start the festivities. Gonna end up leaving it at a 3 chain, which would have proven to be a problem if there was no combo separation, though.
Uh-oh.
It's still going to be just a little on
I
the
think
short side.
that should be good.
But
Yeah,
Bruno
there we
has
go.
no answer, and TetrisAttakr will be finishing this normal run a stage ahead of OctoOil with a time of 9 minutes 10 seconds. Good enough for Pokeball number 1. And considering the time that Oil qualified in normal with for this tournament, this is still looking really good for her standards.
No,
I think that
Bruno.
garbage clear there is gonna cost her the sub 10 potentially. Ah, she's running a little bit short. Oh,
Oh
and
my god.
Bruno barely gets enough time for
There
that
it
clear,
goes.
and there it is. OctoOil gets through. Bruno in 32 seconds finishes the run at 10:08. That is definitely not bad. Not bad. Congratulations on finishing.
Yeah, they've gotten through the slog that is in normal mode, and we'll probably never speak of it again.
Until the next match, when the opponent, when the players inevitably pick normal to start the match.
Ugh.
I mean, Nicole has already made it clear for our match coming up at the end of this show that she's going to start normal, and I have no real objections to that. So we will be seeing normal at least a couple more times throughout this broadcast, unfortunately.
I don't think you'll see normal as a counter pick though. Although I think I did pick normal as a counter pick against Lunar Chimera last year. Or no, yeah, last year when we still had the pool system. But I think that's because I knew he hated that, or they hated that mode, and had a really bad first mode. So it really just played into the counter pick strategy. But setting apart those extenuating circumstances, you're typically not going to see that as a counter pick. If you have the person that's favored, they're probably going to pick easy mode as just the highest skill difficulty, and then if you're the underdog, you probably pick hard mode as and just hope that your opponent gets a 2-minute Gary too.
Yeah, the counter picking strategy seems fairly straightforward for the first 3 races of for the first 3 levels of this one player stadium mode. I would throw V hard and S hard into the mix, but the times most people get there are so much higher than they are in easy, normal, and hard. It would really throw off schedules a great deal if we open that up as an option. But something to think about for future tournaments. It appears that Oil is about 3 seconds behind TetrisAttakr on the stream, so we will take that information and go on to this game 2, where we see a set of hard mode opponents that will actually raise their stack at the beginning, even Gary the First. So these opponents are a lot more cooperative.
Octo sent enough here. I think they're both gonna get about dueling 22s here.
Yeah, both players had to send 7 lines to Gary the First, which is definitely uncommon for hard mode. Should be usually 4 lines to all these opponents if you move fast enough, and I suppose TetrisAttakr is committed to sending 4 chains in order to make that happen, Tay.
Yeah, 4 chains are a bit on the safer side. Now, someone like TA, you saw yesterday that I was really using mostly a 3-chain strategy with combos. I know we talk about going to higher chains to, make it more likely that to top off the opponent, but I'm starting to think that if you can keep those chains short, like if you know you can do enough follow combos, that maybe it's better to cap off at a 3 because the sooner you send your attack to the opponent, the less time they're gonna have to like get something going, and that could protect you against worse stages. So like I'm starting to rethink the whole um, playing it safe by going out to X4 or X5. I mean, I'm just thinking like on the margins. Like I don't think that's something that TA has to worry about against Octo, but maybe if you were going against like an FFR Pro or a Yoshi, like that's something you'd want to consider.
At the end of the day, from my recent practice for this tournament, just trying to hyper grind the levels out is just to see just to go as quick as I can, as fast as I can. It all comes down to timing, because if you send a really fast attack, but the opponent has a garbage clear right at the top, like apparently TA is dealing with a surge that
Razor
has
stack.
a bunch of answers to what TA is doing. Like if
Just
you
wait.
like
Oh, go
like
ahead.
maybe right there, if you send a quick attack at the wrong time, then the opponent could very well have a garbage clear ready and just waste all the time from garbage clears. The number one goal is to avoid the garbage clears, and
Well,
sometimes the fast attack doesn't work in that regard.
But what happens more often with the faster attacks is that you're not sending as much garbage, so there isn't as much like garbage transformation time. The AI doesn't have as much time to put a chain into place off the garbage. So if you send a faster attack, sometimes it's like, yeah, they get a garbage clear, but they still die like 2 seconds later because it's just a mini little garbage pop. But I would say that if you're like a lower or your lower skill player, you're not comfortable in your ability to combo, like just go out to X4 or X5, like it's fine.
It works, and it is working fairly well for OctoOil at the moment, who has avoided more of the bad stages, as you always say, Tay. It's always about avoiding the bad stages, and so far, Oil has avoided more of the bad stages, and it has taken a fairly significant, it's probably close to a 15-second lead at this point.
Okay, drop, cut off that chain, Octo. What are you, what? Oh, all the garbage glued together.
Yeah, the second 4 combo piece might have helped in that one. That probably could have made the garbage separation.
Yeah.
It's not helping. It wasn't helping TetrisAttakr too much with his Sabrina, though. He does get to make up about 10 seconds on that stage, but it's gonna need to chip away probably a little bit at a time. These stages are not super likely to cause a minute-long delay if you are on point with your attacks, which Oil right now seems to be falling a little bit short in that regard.
Yeah, Octo, spotting the chain opportunities, but isn't quite fast enough to get to them. Okay, okay, Blaine,
All
stop
right,
being so hot. His
all
Octo says
right.
enough here.
This will be fine, and just like that, TetrisAttakr regains the lead. It's about a 3-second lead now as we head into effectively what I call the second half of hard mode. It is 15 stages, so like maybe Blaine's not the best halfway point, but it does seem like there is a difficulty spike in starting from Tracy. How do you feel about it, Tay?
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna see the cursor speed get a little faster on Tracy, or starting at Tracy. Makes it much more likely that they will lower the stack, just like Tracy did on TA's side there, and honestly, that could be where sending those faster attacks, those shorter, quicker attacks, could be more important. Just to not give these higher skill AIs a chance to get something started. And You know, Tracy giving TA some grief there with the 36 seconds, and Octo pulling slightly ahead here, getting a solid attack with the double fours. Rocket's way out of position here. Oh, almost got to that
Oh, wow.
that level off clear, but fortunately ran out of stop time right before that.
Yeah, 14 seconds, really good for this second half of hard mode. And
Don't do it.
TA is not to be outdone with a 13 of his own, but these foes do get faster and faster with every stage, and they are getting incredibly close to wasting a lot of time. And again, Oil going for 4 chains, and I think more than anything else, in my mind, the idea is to try and manipulate the timing with which the attacks drop. Like, the size is definitely important to fill out the lines, but more so, perhaps, the time of which you make the bigger chains to adjust the timing with which the attacks fall. And we'll see that more when we get to S-Hard at the very end.
Geo, what? Geo? Okay.
Hello?
Alright,
okay.
Getting a little stuck here. Needs to send just one more line.
This really does need to
That's
fall
probably...
here.
No. Okay. Octo needs to raise the stack and reload as fast as possible. Has another double four set. Oh, I did not know she had that much on the back end. Okay, perfect.
Ooh.
Not 34, not great, but not super disastrous.
Are you ready?
Yeah, that's. I forget what the worst stage she's had so far. It's may have been that one. And then TetrisAttakr gets another garbage clear. Okay, yeah. This game is not fooling around today, puzzlers.
Yeah, TA did not have the double fours set up, but still gonna get the 31. And what's this Lorelei gonna do to Octo?
Okay, the garbage separation is there, so it's not everything gonna get cleared right away.
Don't do it. Okay, I just take as much time to do everything you want, Lorelei. Sure.
Oh man,
This
is a problem. There are a lot of ready-made matches at the top of Lorelei's stack, and she's just not gonna take any of them. Okay. As much as I think I know a lot about this game ends up making fools out of everybody. No, the garbage is leveled off. Oh, jeez.
Doesn't notice it.
That was really close.
Oh.
and TetrisAttakr gets to make up a lot of time on that stage. We are down to the final 2 stages of hard mode, ladies and gentlemen. If Oil is going to be competitive in this match, she has to clutch this out right here.
Oh, gets the accidental frame perfect clear on that. She has to send more. I don't know if she has enough sent to Bruno.
Uh-oh.
No.
Missing a line. But Bruno did not have an immediate answer and does find that there. Oh, TetrisAttakr's Bruno gets to a combo to clear that garbage. So a couple of Brunos as opposed to Bru yeses in this race.
No, Bruno, stop!
Oh no. Who's going to escape first?
I think here we see like maybe the board vision inexperience from Octo, just like really having a hard time finding those rapid fire combos. Sometimes it takes, when you develop that board vision over time, you can really make combos out of everything. But if your board vision isn't as well developed, you really only see combos that are right in front of you, and we're seeing that she's having such a hard time. And unfortunately, like maybe squandering her best chance to win this game. But Gary 2 can do anything. This Gary 2
For sure.
is going really low, but TA has
popped
him off, but gets the immediate clear.
Come on, Gary. Please play nicer than that. And yep, TA's Gary had time to line out a 5 combo to get the garbage clear, and right there behind is Oil's Gary with a garbage clear, but now Gary is out of position, and
No.
OctoOil will
Oh my
get
god.
a 21-second Gary the Second and take home game 2 with a time of 11:45.
There is no justice in this world. Teach your kids that.
Oh, game, please. Oh. Gary, please stop. He's already dead.
Gary. 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 Gary.
Jeez. Holy cow. That is a 12-23 for our 10 seed. Definitely one he wants to have back. But as it stands now, it is OctoOil with her first Pokeball of the match. And here we go. We're about to plunge into the depths with this next race because there's only one level left. How much of a fan are you of this level, Tay?
I mean, how much of a fan am I of the pace of technological process in 2000 BC? Because this game, the easy mode, runs even slower than that.
Yeah, this is speed level 1. Like this is like even players of a moderate skill level at this speed can go on forever if they are remotely competitive. Jeez. I don't think my personal opinion of easy mode has soured in my years of playing this game and getting involved with the speedrun scene for this game, but I certainly have a greater understanding for why everyone else has issues with easy mode. It's like we came together 10 years ago to play a bunch of S hard. We really didn't want to come for this experience. But it's a way to get more people involved, I think, as the lower levels do have an easier entry point into the community as a whole for getting into.
Yeah, I tend to recommend hard mode as for people that have some experience with the game that can do like a 4 or 5 chain. It's just, you know, you send a chain and then people die like pretty quickly in hard mode. But easy mode, even if you send a good attack, you're gonna be waiting a little bit for the AI to die, and I don't think that's gonna be quite enough.
Uh-oh.
But nice 8 combo to top it off. Is Octo sent enough here? That's looking good.
Okay. It's easy to say that OctoOil got a more cooperative stage, but the quick reflexes of TetrisAttakr allowed him to get the extra lines he needed to top Gary off in under 20 seconds, and that's going to be what our two players are looking for these first 2 stages, under 20 seconds each, as both Gary and Brock do not want to raise their stack at the beginning. Like they could probably we can take the advice we've been giving to TetrisAttakr for years and give it to these two opponents, but they won't care. They will never care. Fortunately, with 8 lines, TetrisAttakr is able to get enough.
What?
And that's
Excuse
a chain.
me?
You're chaining?
No!
Brock? Oh no, this is not a way for... This is not the way easy should go. Oh boy. Well,
how did you have time to that was like a catch chain. That was like a midair catch chain. You're not fast enough for that. Easy mode.
jeez. Well, that's gonna be a big break for TetrisAttakr, as now these later stages have more cooperative opponents, and they're probably gonna go down to 4 lines of garbage in about 10 to 15 seconds. So it's going to
This is
take a
gonna
lot for Oil to come back here, especially now that Misty gets a garbage clear.
Yeah.
You really do hate to see it.
We see that Octo does have a good idea of what she's going for, but maybe still getting used to the timing, or still getting used to the engine. You know, still developing that controller rhythm. Like it's very difficult to get into that flow sometimes.
And I will admit, Oil is playing on the Switch, and I haven't gotten enough experience with Switch to try and to understand the potential input lag that might be a problem with
Yeah,
the Switch version.
it's not great. Like I recommend that if people can play emulator or N64, you might see your skill go up magically just because of that.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still thankful that the Switch version exists because it has definitely expanded the pool of players that have gotten top times in these categories. In fact, I believe it is still Shuga, the Japanese Panel runner extraordinaire, who currently has the record in V hard, and that's only made possible because of the Switch expansion. So definitely thankful to see that, and I think both of our players here will be thankful to be done with easy mode once these last few stages are over. TetrisAttakr has extended this lead to a full stage, Tay.
Yeah, Octo's been bitten by not sending enough to top off the opponent, giving the AI opportunities to get to clears, and like honestly, easy mode. It's like easy mode feels like a sumo match. In sumo, whoever like doesn't have the composure or whoever makes one misstep will just get tackled out and have all momentum knocked away from them. In easy mode, if you like lose on one stage or get one bad break or don't top off one opponent and give them a clear, like you're wasting like 10 to 15 seconds sometimes, and that's all it can take for your opponent to pull ahead.
Like, the top players are able to finish this easy mode in about 6 minutes flat. So 10-15 seconds on a single stage, that is such a huge percentage of the run to lose at one time. It is so difficult to come back from that. Not that we haven't,
sure.
yeah, not that we haven't seen it happen in tournament play, but it really would take a lot for Oil to come back in this race. And gonna need TetrisAttakr to drop a few chains and get some more garbage clears. And it's not looking great as TA gets the 12-second Tracy to Oil's 19-second Blaine. We are down to the final two stages of easy mode, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like even here, TA might be landing at about in the 650s, potentially, depending on how Rocket goes. I think to my point earlier, that attack, if TA was to send it earlier, would have led to more immediate garbage clear, but that still led to a garbage clear, so what do I know? But the timing is definitely important to these
Tracy?
attacks. Wow. Tracy was bad, Rocket was bad. Okay, even easy mode is trying to take no prisoners today. I don't know how I feel for the rest of our upcoming competitors waiting to plunge into these depths. But it will be mercifully over soon, as TetrisAttakr has made it to Giovanni. He says the world will be his, And good on Oil to get the 13-second rocket, but it's just a little too late as TetrisAttakr finishes Game 3 with an easy time of 7 minutes, 8 seconds. Let's grant him Pokeball number 2.
GG's to TA there. And hopefully Octo can finish strong. Yeah, it's honestly, you know, we talk about the consistency so much, how that tends to be what, like, if you look at, like, the best attack from a top player and the best attack from, say, a mid-tier player, those attacks will typically look the same. It's like a bunch of combos and a fast chain, and it drops right away and they die. But the difference between the top players and the mid players is just how often they can execute those attacks.
Alright, I will double check what Oil is going to pick for this Game 4, but there's really only one real choice for this pick. And that pick is Hard Mode.
Yep. It's what you'd expect. Octo is going to bank that she can make some fast, compact attacks against these hard mode opponents and hope that the RNG swings her way.
And like Maximum Chaos is going to be what Oil is going to be rooting for to stay alive in this match. This is a single elimination tournament after all, so to lose this match is to be eliminated from silver bracket contention. But no matter what happens from here on out, OctoOil has shown lots of progress from last year's play, and we hope that she continues on the progress in future tournaments. But she has another opportunity still to surprise everyone in this matchup. So let's get this Game 4 going. As I see a countdown on racetime.gg where these races are being timed. And now both players are officially on the way. So once again, hard mode does tend to... Wow, okay.
Honestly, like, a 9 combo and a 2 chain's, like, not the worst attack, but just Gary still gets an 11.
Yeah, little unfortunate it was not an immediate top out, but...
Oh, Gary.
That was definitely good enough, and okay. Okay, yep, hard mode. Hard mode is playing hardball today. So, TetrisAttakr is off to the fast start tier, but with 15 stages and opponents still capable of extending past a minute.
Look at those, like, rapid fire 3 chains from TA.
Oh yes, you can make some very tight swaps to extend chains in this game. Alright.
I think Brock's going to be caught out of position here. Very nice.
Here we go. We've got quite the contingent in the live Twitch chat rooting for Oil to do well here. So if you're watching on YouTube and want to get in on that atmosphere, by all means join us on Twitch and follow us on our socials, like on YouTube and Twitter, for when those matches will go live. And you too can bear witness live to moments like TetrisAttakr getting a 10-second stage. Oh, Misty, please stop it. This is definitely not starting out the way Oil started her last hard run. But again, it's very early. It's very early, Tay. There's a long way to go.
For sure. Although if Octo keeps having these smaller attacks, at some point the AI is not going to be high up on the stack. And sometimes it just takes one bad stage. But we saw the seesaw action in the first hard mode, where it seems like our competitors traded trolling on the AI. That could happen here. Like Octo just needs to keep it within a stage or so through the end, and then really anything can happen.
That's a lot of 6 combos from TetrisAttakr as Erica throws a 5 chain. Are you kidding me?
Excuse me?
that's all.
Yeah.
That's a lot of combos.
It's all singles.
It's enough to get the job done in 18 seconds, but keep an eye on that for later stages, folks. That could backfire really quickly. That's the bounce back Oil needs. 11 seconds. Everyone will take that. Everyone will like that. And
Ooh,
TA
getting the 6 into the 5 combo and going to go into the 8. So Takoga's definitely going to be top here.
Ooh.
Caught out of position on those blues, but Octo seeing that 8 into the 3, going to go to a 4, and good job
fine.
cutting that off.
That definitely works. Just do that. Do that the rest of the way, and you can be in for a really good spot. Again, it's about avoiding the bad stages, not so much getting all of the good stages. And a shout out in order to Blur the Fur for the 533 and getting our prize pool up to an even $200. Much appreciated.
I am in the Baconator zone.
Indeed. Really need to reach out to Wendy's for that Baconator sponsorship so we can get that official Baconator count of the prize pool. How many Baconators you can buy with the prize money that each person can get.
I mean, I'm no marketing expert, but if we put out the Baconator advertising to 25 people, I'm pretty sure that's at least worth $3 million.
Indeed. I mean, if I wasn't an accounting major in college, I would have been a math major. So as a math person, that checks out.
Yep. What's going on in this match here?
Unfortunately, both of our players ran into some crazy garbage clears from the opponents and lost a lot of ground on their paces. I believe it was TetrisAttakr with a 50 and the Oil a 40, or maybe the other way around. Both some questionable stages there, but it is virtually a dead heat as we head into the second half of this hard run. And also some shoutouts in order to TetrisAttakr wife Unicorn for the $25 added to the pool.
Thank you, Unicorn.
And hey, a 10 second stage from TA will make him feel a lot better about where this run is headed.
Tracy, please.
That's a 3 chain.
Tracy's gonna get the clear. Tracy's at the 3rd line. What do you do about that?
That's stupid.
Solid attack.
Okay, got a bunch of 4 combos from TA. That's stacking well enough for a 15. Definitely take those. The lead now for our 10 seed has grown to a full stage now. So that's going to give him the best opportunity to take this home at the very end. Oil didn't really have the combos there, went for the 5 chain. And follow-up combos will make this stage work. That felt fairly disciplined from Oil. And like, if the combos are not there, just get more chains. You gotta top out the opponent first and foremost.
We'll sometimes see players get stuck in a vicious cycle where they're panicking, they're not extending out their chains because they want to top out the opponent as fast as possible, but they're not staying enough to top out the opponent, so they'll consistently be one line short. It's better if you can just, if you're short initially, you're in a bad spot, just take an extra second or two, like get a 3 chain or a 4 chain, go a little further, and top off the opponent. And Geo has given TA a little bit of grief here, but it's not okay. Gonna get one clear.
That extra
garbage
clear is just gonna add a little bit of time.
This is gonna be a crush kill.
Wow, that was trending for Richie to get absolutely crushed there. Unfortunately, Oil could not take advantage of that slip up, getting a 42-second Giovanni there. But TetrisAttakr is in position to close out this match and meet fate, to fight fate in the finals of our silver bracket. Oh, Lorelei gave him a 4 chain. And Lorelei just trying to blitz around the field to get some answers, but cannot hold off TetrisAttakr for more than 18 seconds. Oil needs TA's Bruno and Gary II to do unspeakable war crimes in order to force this into a deciding Game 5.
Well, not the best attack from TA, and Bruno has the clear right there, but not really, just going back to square one here. And that could have been good on Octo's side, but didn't have the double forwards, or Lorelei had the stack topped off. Now this is I shouldn't make any predictions in this game, because what is going on? I think, is this gonna be another crush? All the horizontals are there, and gonna have time.
Oh boy, this hard Bruno looking like an S-hard Bruno for TetrisAttakr, and that might be the break that Oil needs to get back into this.
Oh my god.
Bruno has answers for all of TA's stuff, and TA, we keep telling him to raise his stack, and now he's left in a situation where he didn't have an answer. He didn't have a way to top off Bruno.
Bruno has the random clear that's going to give him the chain into another clear. Well, we see him going out to the X4 with another chain on that, but there's another clear.
Okay,
Bruno.
Oil did not have a great start to her own Bruno. She's got some combo separation, which will buy her some time.
Yeah, this could...
She needs some extra stuff. And,
maybe?
Okay, Bruno gets out of position, and here we go. Gary II is going to decide yet another hard race. Here we go.
For the mini TAs, I'll just say, ah bleep, here we go again.
The chains coming together very nicely for TA. Does go to a 5 chain, as does Gary to a 5 chain.
Oh, but
a little combo separation. No, the combos are leveled out now.
What?
There's a duel.
Octo's...
Oh
okay.
no. Okay.
How did Octo's Gary have time for that? Like, just
no.
doing nothing?
Oh no.
TA's
really... Gary went to the second tier, maybe to buy some time, and that is enough for Gary to get another garbage clear.
What?
We've got...
Gary! Sorry.
Jeez, Gary! These Garys are both pulling off 5 chains like nobody's business.
I think that's going to be good for
Oil's Gary gets to down stacking and runs out of time.
My God!
Wow! With a 54-second Gary the Second, OctoOil pulls out the game 4 with an 1150.
Oh my God!
And once again, to show consistency, TetrisAttakr throws down a hard time of 12:17. Gary! Gary decides another hard race. Oh my goodness. Let's grant OctoOil that second Pokeball. Oh my.
What do you do?
Okay.
What do you do?
Indeed, indeed. Okay. TA understandably needs to take a breather to shake that off. But it will be his choice for the deciding Game 5. And it feels like Easy is the pick here, but Oil's best Easy could compete with what TetrisAttakr pulled off in Game 3, Tay. So where do you go here?
You go back to easy mode. I think it's clear that that's where TA has the advantage. You're not going to have minute-long stages in easy mode, and I think we saw. I don't know if TA does screen watching, but if he did, he would see that Octo was consistently having a hard time topping off easy mode opponents from stage to stage, and she was really getting cleared on very often. So yeah, you just go back to easy. It's a category that you go back to when you feel like you have an advantage.
What were you saying about counterpicking a certain level, Tay? Earlier?
I said that no one does normal mode. No one counterpicks normal mode.
Well, guess what TetrisAttakr just did?
What are you doing, TetrisAttakr?
I mean, looking at the runs so far, like TA's best time relative to his best run is in normal mode. So on one hand, I can see it happen, but this is certainly a weird normal mode sandwich that we are making in this one.
Yummy. Oh, that is so satisfying. got You got the normal buns there. You got some hard mode is the burger. And what's everyone's topping or condiment of choice for the easy mode? You got lettuce, you got onions, you got some mayo there. You know what do we got in the middle?
It's like easy's green in this game, so that has to be lettuce. And then the hard, like I don't know, that hard just looks like undercooked beef from this vantage point. So I don't know if I want that sandwich. A blue bun. I don't know if I want a blue flavored bun either.
Sure,
But
it's massively popular in Japan.
in any case, TA is convinced from his performance so far that normal mode is the only mode he could go back to. So that is what we are going to do for this deciding Game 5. The winner of this race will get to fight fate for the title of PPL 2023 Silver Champion. And we are about to kick off this game. Who would have thought it would come down to normal mode?
I will say that counterpicking easy mode is still a bit unnerving because you're not going to be that much further ahead of your opponent the whole time. Like even against 6 yesterday, I was probably only ahead by like 10 to 15 seconds at any given time. So you're a bit more stressed out. You always easy mode puts that much more pressure on execution. I think it's easier in normal mode if you're the more skilled player to develop that more separation that can put you more at ease.
Well, unfortunately for our two players, it seems like they both ran into garbage clears at the very beginning of this race. Fortunately, Gary is the only opponent in normal mode that does not want to raise his stack at the beginning. So now the rest of these opponents will behave a bit better, and if you can get an 8 combo in the middle of your chain, like TetrisAttakr just did, you get more chances to avoid that unfortunate result, but that should be a bit minimal on the
Okay.
time loss. And okay,
Bruno, Rock.
apparently normal mode is taking no prisoners as well. just all the chains, every little thing these opponents do only serves to waste time. Can you guys just stop wasting time on us, please? That would be great. Way.
You're not allowed to do anything, AIs. Ooh, this is that pillar is oh my god, how did you almost have time to Okay, Misty, please. You don't I cannot get over the stop time in normal mode.
I do forget the exact figures since it's usually not important, but man, normal mode does have to be as slow as it is.
Ooh,
But
it's gonna
okay,
be
good stage, a good stage for TetrisAttakr to get a 10 on and not to be outdone. Oil is right there with an 11.
Another thing to keep in mind with normal mode is that because the AI is better in normal mode, it's more likely they're going to get like 1 or 2 clears before your attack comes over. And that means that it's more likely they'll have that pillar separation, which is good for you. In normal mode, they're typically not going to do anything. So they could have a starting board that's level off, and then you send your attack, and they're perfectly aligned to clear everything on you. So I guess that's another reason to pick normal mode, but I just don't like normal mode, even if rationally it has its advantages.
We are still starting off fairly close here. I think the lead for TetrisAttakr is only 4 seconds. So this can still swing in a great direction if these players are going to continue to get 15 to 16 second stages, and this deciding game 5 will continue to stay close.
Play with me.
Ooh boy.
This is what we came here to see, folks. This is why we play the games. You can have an idea how these will go on paper, but until you play the game, you never know.
One more oil. Okay, there we go. But the projection said that TA was better, so why you don't even need to have the match. Just be like, all right, cool. TA wins. I mean, like I'm sure the Padres would really love to have that system right now.
Remind me to never have Tayman on commentary ever again.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, but TetrisAttakr gets a garbage clearing, and all of a sudden, it looks like it is Oil back into the lead with 11-second lane. My goodness. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, game. You're really making this close.
Maybe Octo's just more comfortable with the speed at which that normal mode plays at. Alright, getting the...
I do wonder. She's been a bit short on her attacks as of late, though. She has
Ooh.
left herself one line short a few times.
Hey.
So
Let's not overlook this 10 seconds that TA got on Tracy, though. Put that smug jerk in his place.
okay, TA starting with a 5 combo here. Did not leave himself too many options for continuing the chain. He's gonna leave himself a bit on the short side here. That is
nice,
very, very short. Oil is yet another one line short. She needs to scramble to find something. She has combo separation to buy her a little bit of time.
No.
Oh,
No.
not enough.
See, that's the risk you run when you send these minimal attacks, is that it really relies on the AI being high up on the board, and in normal mode, eventually these opponents are gonna do something, lower the stack, and like that could be the break that TA needs. But we'll see what Geo does on TA side, going out to the X4.
Wow.
That's going to give Geo a lot of time to get... No, but no, gets caught out of position with the purple, so bullet dodge for TA there.
Indeed, the lead is almost a full stage now. We can probably call it 20 seconds, but we've seen Bruno already be a Bruno for our 2 players, so
what are you doing?
We can't call it until the hiker sings. All right, Oil's done with Giovanni at 25 seconds.
Geo almost had time for that.
Richie's not making this
easy
for TA either. And again, we keep telling him to raise his stack so he can have more flexibility on the follow-ups. He's getting punished for not building up more. He's gonna get another garbage clear here.
How do you have time for all this?
Hello?
Oh my god.
Continues to have time.
But Octo's Richie has time to do more stuff. Had the stack cleared out.
Are you kidding me? And a 4 chain. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. That might have been Octo's chance to pull back ahead if Richie didn't have the stack leveled off, but unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That's okay. Richie, that's enough. That's enough.
What? TetrisAttakr went quick with a 3 chain onto Lorelei with a couple of combos on the end. Oh, Lorelei does run out of time there for 17. And we are now 1 stage away. TetrisAttakr, 1 more stage, and he can claim his spot in the finals of our silver bracket.
I'm gonna take you down.
Whew. It was so stressful.
Okay, there's a 4. There's a 4. There's a 5. Oil gets a 17-second Lorelei.
What is
this
Bruno
attack looks
doesn't know what he's doing?
fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, Bruno's not gonna have time to counter everything else, and there it is with a time of 9 minutes 46 seconds. TetrisAttakr does close this out. And that will be enough for Pokeball number 3 and the win. Oh my goodness.
Despite Gary 2's best efforts,
What
TA able to avoid the upset.
What a match. Both silver bracket semifinals went down to 5 games. I find that very hard to believe. What a well-fought effort by all of our silver bracket players.
People are so good at this game. Stop being so good at this game.
Imagine that.
Yeah. I hope that at we've talked about having mini tournaments and trying to expand the programming. I think a good mini tournament would, just be having everyone do these easy to hard mode stages. It's not really something we get to see top players doing against each other, and we'd have more opportunity to see our mid-tier players, up-and-coming players, put them in the spotlight as well. So GG's to Oil for putting up a strong fight, getting some good attacks off. It's possible that maybe she switches over to N64 and is just like tearing things up because there isn't that controller lag. But TA with that experience, pushing through, able to take it in 5 and ending up where we expect him in the silver bracket finals.
Indeed. Let's go ahead and make this result official. TetrisAttakr, 3-2, wins the match and moves on to our silver bracket final. Well played. Smile for the camera, TA. You've done it. You've done it. You've done it today. Well fought from all of our silver bracket participants again, and I hope Oil continues to put in the grind if she decides to try this again next year. She leveled up so much in this past year. What a great thing to see her progress.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, we just want people to have a good time playing the game, and a good time just, if you have fun playing the game, you play it a lot, you will level up your skills, and people of all skill levels can compete in this tournament, and maybe take a game or two off of our high-end players. So we just encourage everyone to play the game, have a good time, and get better in the process.
Indeed. And so we will soon see on start.gg that TetrisAttakr has won 3-2, will be playing Fate 7799 in the final match. That is going to be a big one, Tay. Fate and TetrisAttakr playing in V-Hard for all the marbles. How close is that one going to be?
It's gonna be so close. I think the explosiveness that both of these players can put on is gonna come down to who can do it more consistently and who Gary 2 hates less, which, really that just sums up all of the PPL strategy. But we like having jobs here at PPL commentary headquarters, so we like to put some more words around that.
Yeah, that silver bracket semifinal round was quite crazy. Quite crazy.
So good.
I cannot wait to see where this final goes. But we'll have to wait next week to see any of that, though. As coming up next, Tay, we've got to go back to our gold bracket, and we've got 2 more quarterfinal matches in the same format. Yoshi and Beefin, then myself, and I like being smart. Like Tay, how crazy are these 2 matches going to be?
Well, with Yoshi and Beefin, you just have the legend of Yoshi and the near impossible cursor speed versus just the really up and coming Beefin. I wouldn't say like up and coming anymore. Maybe in this tournament, because if I'm not mistaken, it's their first PPL tournament, but they did participate in the TA tournament, and they put up some really good times. in TetrisAttakr. So like I would say that Beefin is, you know, we'll get to see the mastery of Yoshi, and we'll also get to see the potential of the Beefin upset if they can stay in that margin of RNG. So just so many good players, and we love all of you, and we have such a good time playing this bad game together.
The speedrun may not be ideal, but this is definitely a fun game to play with friends, and if this wasn't fun to play at its core, we would not be continuing to come back over and over again. But that's it for the first round of the silver bracket. Tayman, any thoughts on what we have seen from the silver bracket so far?
This game is tiring. It's tiring to play it. It's tiring to commentate it. Tiring to watch it. But that's what makes it so fun. And we're just glad all of our competitors are here to give us a good show and hopefully not impact their mental health too badly in the process.
Again, though, the community continues to level up year after year, and hopefully as we get more of these tournaments going, we'll get more people roped into this and have them level up further and further as well. For those of you watching live, the gold bracket will be coming at you next, but for the rest of you, that will do it for this matchup. For Tayman and everyone else at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, this has been Cards of the Heart, and until next time, everyone, happy puzzling. Play this game. Play this game, play this game, play this game.